We live. Now we live. Now we live. We back. We back. All right. That's better. Seems like everything flowing nicely. Let me it's still a little delayed, but all right. All right. Let's get it. So we're gonna start over one more time. We got it all together now. It's hard kind of streaming from these platforms, things like that. But I'm happy y'all rocking with us. Today we're gonna be talking about. Damn, I keep forgetting the man's name. What's his name? David Samuels. Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels. He had a clip that came out recently. It was actually about 2 hours long, but what World Star picked up was about 7 minutes, and the title was "Are Modern Women the Victims?" So you got your boy Tweez, King David, your boy Mike James. Y'all know what time it is. We're gonna get right into it. Was gonna wait a little bit, see if those 4 or 5 people that was in here comes back. All right, we got one back. Come on back, everybody. Look at y'all. See y'all's links out. So we get these people in here with us. If you're watching it from another device, make sure y'all mute y'all joint so it won't come through. What's this here? All right. I'm about to go ahead and send a link out to a few more people before we begin. Get a couple females in here. See if I can get CC up in here. And we're gonna get right into this joint. I wish I could share. Oh, what's up, Jers? What's up, Jers? Thanks for coming back. I know you was hating on us for a second, but we back. We live. Damn, we had 25 views on the other one real quick. Come on back, everybody. Come on back. Let me see if I can get Cuzzo in here. So I went to the live stream and I hit the 3 dots and send it out directly like that. So I didn't know, just let y'all know, just letting y'all know. Make sure y'all put that on mute. Make sure y'all put that on. Turn the volume all the way down. That's coming through the stream, whoever playing it. And let me see. We'll go ahead and get it through. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start playing this joint. You know what I'm saying? I know got a little bit of feedback going on, but I know we gotta go ahead and get right to it. Let's get right to it. So presenting. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. You are presenting your screen. It's coming straight from World Star. All right, boom. It's quiet. Is it coming from me? Do y'all hear that?
I heard something. I don't know what it is, but
Is somebody playing the video? And it's got some feedback. It's squealing. Are you playing it, Mike?
No.
All right. I don't know what the hell going on. But Hold on.
That sound like the stream.
Yeah, it's like the stream is going on somewhere, and I can't figure out where the fuck it's going on from. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and present it. Start presenting. Oops. Let's get it.
But listen, you ladies all feel like you're the
Are
exception
y'all
to
able
the
to hear the
rule.
video real well?
And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want fellas.
Okay.
We're gonna stop it right there for a second. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. What'd you say, Mike?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right. Let's go to the damn computer shit. I think that might get out there and double fucking it up.
Oh, okay. But so he's pretty much talking about successful men making a certain amount of money so far, you know what I mean? And saying they don't want 30-year-old women over or 30-year-old baby mamas. Now, I feel like, us three, we're definitely some successful men in this world, and we're not single, but how y'all feel about that statement? You know what I mean? How do y'all feel about that? Like,
I mean, he doesn't speak for me.
Word.
okay. So you saying if you were, say you were making $500,000 a year, and there's a girl, say she's over 30, a couple baby daddies, things like that. Maybe she's just working, making $10 an hour, Burger King, but she look good. Is that something you would want to invest your time into, or do you think you could do better? Or is that something?
I mean, I'm gonna let you play the rest of the video before
All right, let's play.
I give any comment.
All right, let's play the rest of the video.
What's your question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so?
I just told it.
Go ahead.
I'm getting frustrated.
Right.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
Did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But you're, ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what?
This nigga right here, boy.
Man,
You just
listen.
wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay, average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I mean, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're
control.
gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone. Straight
Damn.
up. Because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if
Hey,
your
that's in
ass
North
worked at the
Carolina
post
for you.
office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average.
You're lying, sweetie. I hate a little bit.
And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. You're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You're not running Microsoft. You had a pet grooming business.
That's your business.
You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
What you want to say? What you got to say?
Nah, I'm gonna wait. We got a minute left.
All
I'm
right.
gonna let it ride out.
My nigga really like.
But if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same. I'm just.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Oh my god, bro.
So, what is your advice for that?
All right, I'll tell you my advice, man, because you're not listening. This is why I always recommend you need to get therapy. Because you seem like a sweet woman, but you're not getting it.
You're being so mean.
I'm not being, don't tell me I'm being mean. I'm about to be mean. I get tired of you broads telling me I'm being mean because you cannot handle the goddamn truth. You called my show on a day that you ain't even supposed to be here. And I honored the call and sat here and tried to help you. And I'm telling me I'm being mean. Get the fuck out of my phone.
Hey. First and foremost,
Damn.
I gotta change to the blue light because it seemed like it helped that nigga. Listen.
Facts.
It's like every time I watch that shit, it's like that shit crazy, bro.
What?
That's pretty wild.
What? All right. Okay. All right. So we need to unpack that whole 7 minutes, starting with the beginning. What he said wasn't wrong, but it wasn't necessarily right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel as if, what he was trying to say is, she's disqualifying herself potentially from a good man
That's on her level.
By only wanting men that earn a certain income. You know what I mean? And
he could have simply said that.
Yeah, he didn't have to tear her apart like he did.
Right.
But that's another topic. However, to his point, it's like if you don't put yourself in a position to meet men like that, you won't meet men like that, and vice versa. If you're a guy and you're out here sloppy and not taking care of yourself, and you're not putting yourself in a position to pull a successful woman, you won't.
Right. Real talk.
True. But he also went in on her looks, saying she's average at best. You know what I'm saying? Meaning if she was probably above average, because we know a lot of dumb females with guys who pull a lot of dumb females with guys who make a lot of money. You know what I mean? But just because of how pretty they are. You know what I mean? So like he was saying, she's average at best. What do you look like under the weave and the eyelashes and everything like that? So I guess from his standpoint, a female he said she's not even probably making $100,000 a year with her dog grooming business, and she looks average at best. So why does she feel like she can have somebody that's above average and making good money?
Right.
I don't, in this day and age, let's just keep it real. A lot of people are average. And really what separates you from being average and being quote unquote the staple of beauty is you having money or having somebody that can provide you with that. Look at any celebrity or anybody that I've ever seen in person, they don't look like that.
Facts.
And the only thing that's really separating them from us is the fact that they have, the means to dress and to get the procedures and to get their makeup professionally done and everything like that. So I think it's unfair, you know what I mean, to say that. But I don't think anybody's necessarily above average just naturally without any type of,
Enhancements or something.
enhancements.
Facts.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some extremely beautiful people in the world, but not to the point to where they would be deserving of something other than what an average looking woman, would be deserving of out of a partner.
Okay.
Facts. I mean, at the end of the day, man, you have to really be realistic with your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that she doesn't deserve what she's looking for, but at the same time, you can miss a great person right under your nose. You know what I'm saying? Because you already downplaying somebody that's average. You know, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what he should have said. He
Yeah,
should have
you
just
know.
said you could be missing somebody that's good for you, right? That's right under your nose because you're what's the word I want to say? You're looking over them just because, or you're curving them just because they don't make a certain amount of money.
And you don't make that money. You don't even make that amount either. So what gives you the right to overlook somebody that could potentially build something with you? You know what I'm saying? It's real. I mean, we all probably know somebody that has a laundry list of a checklist of what they want, and we pretty much probably all have had a checklist. You know what I'm saying? But the older you get, or the more realistic you get, you know what I'm saying, you really have to check yourself. Not to say, I mean, I don't think she a bad looking woman. I feel like she's probably, scorned and bitter and probably been through some things with some trash dudes, but money is not going to solve your issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, finding a man with money is not going to secure you, because you can wake up one day and that money gone. You know what I'm saying? So what is that going to do for you?
And you hit the nail on the head. I was just thinking the same thing. I know money brings security, and you know what I mean, and it can bring a lifestyle and a level of comfortability that you may not necessarily be used to having. However, just because a man is wealthy does not make him a good man.
Facts. Real talk. And I think with the window shopping generation that we live in, I think everybody kind of gives people praise based off of the outer shell of people. People don't really get into the layers of a person. When you sitting here looking at what somebody has and all the trinkets and the gold, the glitter, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, that person may not be good for you. That person might disrespect you and belittle you because you're not bringing nothing to the table, and sit here and take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't bring nothing to the table but your looks, like, the person you with ain't gonna respect you. They're not gonna give you an opportunity to, bring ideas and bring, just something real. You know what I'm saying? When you out here looking for the money and the clothes and the cars, like, what is that gonna do for you emotionally? You know what I'm saying? How is that person gonna build you up? How is that person gonna put you in a position to, build your own wealth? You know what I'm saying? If you looking for somebody to take care of you, like, what you gonna do when somebody don't really take care of you? You know what I'm saying? Like, the money is good, but if he get hurt, if he ain't put you in the wheel, you ain't got no insurance or whatever, something happened to him, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
this is a lot of things that you can put into play here. It's a lot more than just money.
And they a lot of wealthy people doing them pre-dumps now too, so
right,
you might not get nothing. You know what I mean? Depending on how deep the love is.
For sure. So, I mean, but he right, just like he said, if you see somebody with some money, and they're with the average person, most of the time they grew with that person.
Right.
They
high school sweethearts.
Yeah, history. So her situation of her not having nothing and just like walk down the street and think she about to stumble across a man that's gonna just be, take care of her for the rest of her life because she thinks she's, this and that. I mean, she don't even have the confidence, because she, know what I'm saying, to even probably pull somebody like that. I mean, she doesn't even think highly of herself. She really let that man. He really beat her to make her rank herself as low as possible. Like,
I mean, he was a little intimidating though. She obviously has that confidence if she's coming on here thinking saying she wants a 6-figure man. So she's been curving niggas for a minute, probably. You know what I mean?
That's more fantasy.
And like he said, she's in North Carolina. Who knows what part she's in? Because that sounds like a Charlotte joint to me. I ain't even. I mean, no shade to the Charlotte females, but it's a lot of them around here who want a certain thing and they want a certain look and they want to live a certain lifestyle and live uptown and in condos and just feel like they deserve a lot. But a lot of those women are getting to the bag themselves. So,
Yeah,
but
there's a
he
lot
was
of
like
stuff
he was
going
marking a
on.
list off of her like you look average at best. You don't even make that much money. You got a sketch baby dad. You know, I mean, all that does kind of factor into the play. If I was making six figures, I mean, I'm checking off the list straight up. Like, especially me as a single individual with no kids and things like that, or when I was a single individual with no kids and things like that. That's what I was looking for. I don't want nobody with no sketchy ass baby daddies who can't drive, who doesn't have any goals or ambition, who's not really bringing nothing to the table. I'm not just about to wife up anything. You know what I mean? It's just simple as that.
But even six figures though wouldn't even have me checking that off. If I'm making $60,000, I'm not going into a relationship with a female that got a 13-year-old and a sketchy baby daddy.
Right.
That's my
I don't
preference.
even right.
Like, but if you have a child, that's not a problem because what I'm saying. There's a lot of women out here that are single mothers that are doing the damn thing, and they deserve a good man. You know what I'm saying? But if we're talking, we're getting into the ins and out of our personal lives, and you sit here telling me that you have a sketchy ass dude that you can't shake, and he bringing drama and smoke, like I'm not gonna put myself in a situation. That's just because that's just how I move into things. You know what I'm saying? But I'd act like that with 40, 50, $60,000 a year. I don't need to make six figures to, you know what I'm saying, change it up like that. But yeah, man, I mean, the dude was rude. But, some people, what I'm saying, some people got to take information like that. I really feel like she was hurt. I mean, she was smiling, but, some people like to smile to hide from the pain. And she was definitely distracted on her phone. I don't know if she was going live on her phone or what. But,
her friends was probably like, don't let him talk to you like that.
Basically, that's exactly what I was just thinking. It was somebody like, look,
yeah.
drag this nigga right now. And she's smiling like, no, I don't know, right, not yet. But he said, get the fuck off. He said, get the fuck off my line.
I put time into this. You wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
And you gonna say I'm mean.
Yeah, but it's just, I mean, man, it's just how people. I don't know, man. It could have, like I said, man. He could have provided the information. He could have wrapped that up a little differently, but I mean, I don't even know dude like that. So maybe that's how he comes off, But I mean, I can't sit here and say he not right. You know what I'm saying? He made some good points. Maybe that's something that she needed to hear because maybe she needed to tone down her search. You know what I'm saying? And be realistic and look at somebody's heart versus the paycheck. Everybody want to be secure, you know what I'm saying? She deserves to probably, be taken care of, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, don't set your standards so high to where you might possibly die alone, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that was a little harsh though too,
Yeah, die alone, that's crazy.
Yeah, he let her have it, but for a female though, it's a lot easier for them to wind up in a life-changing situation, with a man that could potentially, take care of them just based off of the way that they look.
For sure.
Not like, what they're bringing to the table, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. It's just based off of looks. Now, however, if you have a hardworking man that might be attractive and he's going after a wealthy woman, she's going to disqualify him because he's not at her level. So the coin is kind of flipped in that aspect, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. And that's all types of levels though, because I've seen a lot of females who are average looking females that make good ass money but will drop down to get a bum ass nigga based on how they think he looks. as in like, oh, he has a nice body. He might have got out of jail, but I can help him out. You know what I'm saying? I can build this nigga. Like I can create my own nigga from this point. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that a lot of times. Shit, I know people, homies personally that fuck with females that got bread and they're broke. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they just
for sure.
getting taken care of. But a lot of women like to take in niggas like that or men like that and control them. You know, you can. I think it's a little bit easier for a woman to control a broken man than a man is to control a broken woman because a lot of women, I know they'll go out here and get it. You know what I'm saying? They go get to the grind. They whatever they got, especially if they got kids, they gonna make something happen. But a dude, I see more women taking care of men than I do men taking care of women nowadays. You know, so I don't know.
But you know, I mean, that's what we see. I mean, we're in that in that earning bracket. You know what I mean? We're not hanging out with professional athletes. We don't see those types of salaries. You know, we're not seeing dudes out here with these trophy wives that he just got her for obvious reasons. You know what I mean? We're only seeing people that are in our
Circles.
circles. Yeah. So, I guess we wouldn't know enough to speak on it because, like I said, I mean, I've got a couple friends that are earning six figures, and they still do average things,
Right.
with average people.
Right. It's true, and that's the person I would be. As soon as I
Yeah.
make these six figures, I'm gonna still do average things with average people, and just live my life. I,
But
I don't plan on leaving the girl I'm with now if I start making $200,000 a year. You know what I mean? Especially she was there with me before I started making it. Like some people just, I don't know. Some people just weird. We got a comment in here. Let's see what they said. It depends on what the woman is missing. Some women do not understand that you can't fix or change a man. Okay, that's true. Some of them don't learn that till about after I'll say 3 or 4 or 5. You
For
know,
sure.
and that's a part of growing up. I guess a lot of times when women hit about 30, then that's when they start wanting to 30, 35, 40. That's when they start wanting to come back to the average guys, like as of myself, because I remember in my younger years, there was a lot of different females that I used to think were beautiful, and they weren't really doing better than me, but they were doing enough to where they felt like they deserved a certain type of nigga or somebody they wanted. You know what I mean? So then they hit a certain age and they're like, oh, I want stability. It's hard out here being alone, and shit like that. So how you been doing, Swan? Like blah blah blah. Like nah.
Yeah, the circle back is crazy.
Don't come back now. Go find Tyrone with the ball head.
Yeah. It definitely takes. I will say, even though women may say that men play a lot of games, and this is all talking to a certain extent, but when it comes to a relationship, but it does take a woman a couple of situations to get right. You know what I'm saying? Females got to go through. They got to go through the mud, bro. I mean, for the females that I've dealt with, or the females that I know, sometimes they get to a place where they gotta settle, and that ain't really got nothing to do with finances or, I guess, self per se. But sometimes they just know that it's time to just mess with a man that's gonna just be there for them. You know what I'm saying? And because I mean, I can attest to dealing with females that wasn't really waiting on me to grow up or waiting on me to get my money up. Comparing me to other dudes, and you know what I'm saying. And now you kind of on the up and up. It's like you could have built with me, but now you struggling with old boy that ain't really around anymore. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's you know, the circle of life is crazy, man. I mean, when you got to go through certain periods of your life to, I guess, really figure out what you really want, you know. And she may, like I said, her sketchy baby daddy probably put her in a situation, but she trying to come up out of that. And she probably feel like a man with money is gonna help her,
Right.
and that might not be, you know, correct. I mean, it could be right, it could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying. She could find that dude that's making a decent salary, and he's good with her kids,
And build that together.
build that
You know what I
together.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So
Right.
it's just
You gotta.
you miss out on good people when you sit here and you got your blinders on. You know, you got your you know your blinds on, and you ain't letting no sunlight come in. You really will miss out on a good person because you sit down here looking for something that ain't really good for you, but the world is telling you that it's good for you. I mean, it's a lot of stuff out here that people poison their mind with. You know, just like you said, Dave, like we don't really know what's going on in these celebrities' minds and these athletes that got all this money, but the local person is looking to that for as a goal. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put yourself in them people's shoes because you know what I'm saying that money runs their whole world. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got that kind of money to be dibbling dabbling with 5 different jokers, and you thinking you can just bounce back like that because people got real issues out here in these streets, you know. So, but it's
Art, we
so
got Art Bike B14 said back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me.
cheap.
Let me
Well, yeah,
see.
that comeback is serious. It's like Trees, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Your flesh is telling you that it's good for you. Everything that feels good ain't good. Hey, that's a
Straight
fact.
up, everything that glitter and gold, straight up.
That's a
Straight
fact.
up.
That's a fact.
yeah.
But
Good topic, man.
yeah, I'm
Great
kind of
topic.
glad he put this out here. I mean, he didn't have to go as hard as he did on her, but at the same time, it's definitely something that probably needed to be discussed, and for certain people to Art by KB. Oh, okay. Uh, but certain people definitely need to hear certain things. You know what I mean? So it's like shit. Even me, for example, I'm not going to front. I was definitely a pretty shallow person in my time. Like I've uh I didn't used to like to think I was average at best. And then, you know, the more you grow up, you realize, damn, I'm average at best, low key. And I'm over here trying to get this, that, and the other. But I never like set my standards low because I know I ain't no bad looking nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm still gonna be with who I want to be with. I ain't gonna settle for nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like that just is what it is. But yeah, but I definitely have certain standards when it comes to like morals and family values, goals and aspirations, shit like that. So really, if you know, if when I was single and I was looking for that, I was going to find that was going to be the trumping factor, not the looks, not the body, things like that. More of the connection. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. But you know, when we talked about you know, females having to go through those seasons, you know, we have to go through those seasons as well.
that's
You know,
true.
just like you just said, you know, at one point, all you were looking for were quote unquote dimes. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah.
you're at a place to where you're like, hey, it's not so much the looks, it's more so the connection. You know, that's growth. And I think that, you know, even though it's not the same growth that you know, the female in that video might need to go through, but it's still growth nonetheless for what you're looking for, you know, in a partner. You know, she may have to get her a dude that makes 6 figures, and for her to realize that, hey, you know what, this ain't it.
Right, straight up. Straight up.
Oh, KB said Average compared to what though? That's relative.
I mean, average compared to
What we see on the daily.
your environment, the people that you see getting the people that you want. You know,
Yeah, I
like
guess.
listen, when you in a city of, when you in a small town and you know everybody, and you trying to get a certain person that everybody want, and you see what the type of niggas she trying to get. You know what I'm saying? You kind of compare yourself to the niggas that she trying to get with. Like, do I stack up to that? I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, dudes, you know what I'm saying? We compare. You know what I'm saying? We try to make sure, like, can we bring something to the table compared to whoever we want is looking for. You know what I'm saying? But those conversations ain't talked about. Like, dudes be having those inner conversation with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Before they try to approach somebody, and they want to make sure they stack up and do what they can to
Let me start trapping.
Yeah,
Let me, let
do I
me.
gotta be this? Do I gotta be a trap nigga? Do I gotta have a certain wit?
Let me get maybe I need a Louis belt. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Do I gotta dress this certain way? Do I gotta have all the J's? Like, I mean, those are all like young boy, you know what I'm saying, situations, but I mean, those are situations that, you know what I'm saying, we go through, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to look a certain way and talk a certain way, and you know what I'm saying, present yourself online a certain way. I mean, everybody's trying to, you know what I'm saying, present themselves in ways to attract certain people, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, but, you know, so we all going through something. We all trying to reach, you know what I'm saying, a certain person, or, you know.
Teresa said, I'm scared for my daughters. They live in a world of instant gratification. That's true.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mm.
And KB said, your only competition should be the person in the mirror.
Yeah, your only competition.
That's the biggest competition.
Yeah, for sure. You know, oh yeah. It's, even though you compare yourself to other people, you compete with yourself more than anybody. You know, like.
But yeah, that instant gratification thing. Like, I don't see how kids growing up nowadays, you know, because shit just changes so much. Like, there's no attention span. Everything is like this. Vine, TikTok, 30-second clips, 10-second clips of this, 10-second clips of that, pictures, scroll. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely. I mean, I was probably like that early in my life because I definitely had like a low attention span when it comes to shit. Like, I want to do this, do that, do this, don't complete this, don't complete that, and I'm still kind of like that. So yeah, it's kind of. I don't know how kids can like be with somebody, build with something. Like, I don't see that really happening nowadays because it's always in a situation, out of situation. Then you got reality TV that plays a part. Just saying, oh, I can have sex with this person, and then if I ain't feeling no more, I could just find somebody else, or someone's always bigger and badder coming. You got Tinder. You don't even got to read profiles no more. Just depending on what they look like. Swipe left or right. Ugly, left. Oh, she cute. Right, left, right. That's all it is. You know what I mean? We ain't had that growing up. Teresa said, Tweez, you knew how to be imaginative. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I did have imagination. We was talking about this yesterday. I was like, damn, I still wish I had an imagination. Yeah. You don't need imagination now. You know what I mean? You don't need that now.
You can follow one on the gram.
You can follow somebody else's imagination.
You can follow somebody else's imagination.
Shit, that's even.
Man, like my kids, man, watch other kids play with toys.
Bro, that's every kid, bro.
And I'm just like,
you can have this. You can buy it and play with yourself.
Yeah.
You have this in the other room. Go play with it. Yeah, I don't see how to do that. That's it. I guess that comes with them not having really imagination either, because of like shit. Since we're talking about relationships and things like that, you know how it took me probably, I may be a tween early teen before I even seen porn. These kids got porn right there at their access if they really, really want to see it. You know what I mean? They can type in breast and it's probably hit Google Images. It's gonna be hella boobs. You know how hard it was for me to see a breast? Nigga, I used to have to go to the JC Penney catalog, go to the lingerie section. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, look at them thighs. Trying to look real close, trying to find a nipple. You know what I mean? Like it ain't the same no more. Like
Nah.
whatever they want, they got.
But you know what it is with these kids, bro? It's like they don't really go through the art of making friends. So it's like they're so attached to the digital age that it's like them watching people play with toys is like them playing with somebody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm pretty sure we all can agree that we grew up in villages. You know what I'm saying? You know, you knew you was gonna see your cousins monthly.
Or
You know
weekly.
what I'm saying? Weekly. You know what I'm saying? Your aunts was your mama. Your aunt's best friend was your mama. Like they was just on. They friends was your friend. Their kids was your friends. Their kids was your cousin. Like it's just a different way of growing up. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't need no toys because somebody that you knew had something that you didn't have. You know what I'm saying? You collaborated with your cousins. You know y'all doing what y'all do. But now it's like
That's a part of the village too. Bringing it back to the topic is we grew up around people who were actually married and had loved ones. Like I was raised by my grandparents, but that was an example, like probably from like my grandparents, my great grandparents. Like we saw people in relationships that didn't start relationships off some internet shit. It was like pure. We met, we went on dates. I met her in fucking middle school. I carried her books every day. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And like these kids don't have that either.
bro, my pops met my mother at a football game, bro. Didn't even know her, just pulled her. Like, just imagine hearing a story about that now. Your daughter goes to a football game and she meet the man of her life there. That ain't happening no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The latest would probably be college.
if that, you know what I'm saying, you still gonna be on some social media shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they're gonna be like, send me your Snapchat, you know what I'm saying? Send me your DM me, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people don't even have 100 phone numbers in their phone no more, you know what I'm saying? And if they do, they ain't saving them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just we in a weird time, and it's like maybe because we older, it seems weird because we not in it. We in it, but we ain't in it. But it's just I'm from the outside looking in, bro. It's discouraging just to see how these kids growing up, and it's like I don't know, man. Because I guess we just seen how it used to be and how enjoyable it was growing up as a, you know what I'm saying, a 90s kid. And it's just like they don't really have those same TV shows and same messages that's on TV that kind of give you a history lesson of your culture. And it's just a lot of just what's on YouTube, what's on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? But
Like they don't know how to talk to each other. This is weird. You know what I mean? Like if you was 14 and you called the girl you was crushing on's house, you know what I mean? You probably gonna talk to her mother.
Facts.
straight up.
You know.
And you
Hey,
better
miss,
say, hey, how you doing, miss?
how you
You know what I'm
doing, miss?
saying?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever.
May I speak
You
to
know.
Whoop-de-woo? You know what I mean? It was just like that.
And it was real disrespectful because your name will come up in conversation if you didn't even introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like who that little boy calling here? He ain't
Tell-
speak
Don't tell him don't call her no more. He ain't got no manners.
for sure.
My grandma, she'll tell a girl that one time, a girl that real quick, like somebody called her house, is Antoine there? Who is this? This whoop-de-woo? Can you speak? My grandma be like that real quick. You can't speak?
Straight up.
Crazy.
Straight up.
So my grandma ain't played up, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Back on this, that all probably plays a part in how she feels. How old is she? She's over 30. She in the new generation a little bit, or whatever generation we are. What are we, Z, X, some shit like that? Generation something. I don't know, but we just were born in a weird time because we were there for everything: internet, social media, social dating,
Yeah, we was the
all
damn
types of that
lab
shit.
rats to all that.
You know what I mean? So
You
she
know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
she looking on Instagram. She probably been influenced. You know what I mean? Like nobody around her. Her daddy or who knows whoever she grew up around probably ain't even make six figures. The nigga that was in her life probably ain't even make six figures. Like
Well, I
so.
tweeted this the other day, bro.
So how do I don't know. I feel like right now is just the point. You just need to find somebody who meets you, who you can fucking relate to. You know what I'm saying? Having a relationship with somebody you can relate to is far better than the money. You know what I mean? Now I've always had in my mind like, yeah, I want to make enough money to where I can take care of my girl and my kids, where they don't have to work, or if she did want to work, she can do that. If she want to help or pay half on shit, she can do that. But I've always had in my mind that when I eventually settle down and like get married and want to start a family and shit, like I want to be able to be that provider. You know what I mean? Because that's what I was raised around. Like my grandparents raised me. My grandma worked because she wanted to work just to get away from the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it
So
wasn't like she had to.
right, and that was a partnership.
Right.
You know what I
Partnership.
mean? And that's what you got to look at these things as partnerships where it's not one sided and one person expects to be quote unquote taken care of, regardless if it's the man or the woman, because I don't necessarily need to be taken care of financially. I need to be taken care of emotionally, spiritually. You know what I mean? And I have to reciprocate that in my relationship. I can't just say, oh, I'm the provider and not nurture the relationship at the same time.
Facts.
Right.
And I think that's a big problem with the older generation is because I am the provider, I don't have to do anything else.
Right.
And I can speak from experience, like when you make the money, there's really nothing else you can say to me. You know what I'm saying? So like those situations are toxic because you kind of put a mouthpiece on your wife or your whoever you're with. You kind of like you kind of silence them when you don't allow them to be themselves in a relationship. You know, because you don't want to treat your better half as a I guess you don't want to treat them as
They're beneath you or some scum.
a role, or so you don't want them to just feel like they're in a role. You know, like you want to be, like I said, a partnership. It don't have to be financially, but it has to be where y'all are both getting what y'all both need within the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, emotionally, spiritually. Just because you bring in the money, don't mean that those other things have to get put on the back burner. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry said, I think the time frame that was what we seen, like you said, being around your grandparents, you seen that, and my grandparents the same, and my parents and uncles, you always seen the man being that.
For sure. For sure. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned in my relationship that sometimes you have to break generational curses because what you seen and what you witnessed in your family growing up don't mean that it was right. You know what I'm saying? Like we all see situations where the man does all this, and that, and then it's like because he does all this, the woman has no say in anything. You know what I'm saying? Even though the man is supposed to lead, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want it to come off as roles in a relationship, because I lead, you have to follow me by doing X, Y, and Z. Like telling somebody that they have a job in a relationship it shouldn't be spoken. It should be just natural.
It
There's
should
roles in a
definitely.
relationship that should be natural.
That's how I feel. There's definitely roles. There's definitely gender roles in a relationship, and like you said, it should definitely be natural. Uh, if I, you know, was to live with my girl or whatever, I'm going to automatically know I need to take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. She shouldn't be touching no trash. She shouldn't be cutting no grass, cleaning no gutters. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's something she want to do just to make her, because girls they in that feminism stuff and that women's right shit. You know what I'm saying? Some girls just want to take hold and I'm going to clean the gutters today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, so be it. But never, no, I'm going to be like, I'm never going to say you have to, or
Right.
if you just want to do something. But it should also be 50-50. Like if you cooking, shit, I'll wash the dishes. You know what I mean? That don't mean just because you're a girl you gotta wash the dishes, or just because you're a girl you need to cook. Like I cook sometimes, you cook sometimes. If I wash the if I cook, you wash the dishes. If you cook, I wash the dishes. You know what I mean? If I'm not the best clothes washer, but I attempt to. You know, I wash my
Yeah.
clothes. I fuck them up a lot, but
And those are examples of you changing the stigma of what should be happening in the household, because I can speak from my experience, you can speak from your experience. It really wasn't no 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like it was this, you do this, what I'm saying? Like I don't know, my father wasn't washing no dishes, you know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. That's just how the relationship was. Like, and I'm not sitting here saying that was right or wrong, but it did work for them. My mama uh, she may have didn't agree, but in that time frame, that most women just did what they were supposed to do or what they thought they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, you can't go into these situations expecting roles to be in place if you're not doing your doing your part as a man to make sure that she's secure in her situation to where she's okay with doing all that stuff. Because I know a lot of dudes that go into relationships with no money, they're not bringing nothing to the table, but they still want to be treated as such, like they deserve all this, and a woman out here going to work and still coming to home making a house for the man. So it's just like going to a relationship. It's all about that natural respect for each other. I mean, some people don't have that awareness. They don't have that type of upbringing to where what I'm saying, everybody has a role in a relationship to where so we all got to do our part for it to work. And I guess everybody they get hung on telling people what they need to do in a relationship, and I think that's why people feel like they can't be with people, because somebody's always being told what to do. But you should just know what you're supposed to do. Like it shouldn't be no, hey, wash your dishes. I don't want to see these dishes in the sink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah.
But
what's
yeah,
what you used to say? I can do all that, but what I need a man for if I ain't? Sorry, not sorry. My man don't go in my kitchen and I don't go in the yard. Just saying facts.
and then
That's
Jerry
the
said,
respect. That's the natural respect. Like she know he ain't coming in that damn kitchen, and he knows she not going into that yard. As long as they both know and they cool with that, it worked.
it works. And that's part of the 50-50.
Yeah, exactly. The 50-50 don't mean we splitting up duties. 50-50 is just y'all both having an understanding and come together, and y'all know what works for each other. Because like the comment in the chat say, like, every relationship different. What works for you may not work for everybody else, but you can't sit here and try to compare and contrast, because once you put your bond in somebody else's relationship, you ain't gonna never be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just, they get gung ho and watching other people do them, and you bringing that energy into your relationship, and all you doing is comparing when you could just do what work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Or people seeing, couple goals, and this is couple goals, but they don't know what this couple had to go through
straight up,
to get to that point, and a lot of stuff doesn't happen, overnight, and they don't know how many times they might have called it quits for a day or two and got back together, or or any of this stuff. People want that instant gratification. You know what I mean? They want a picturesque type of relationship and don't want to put in the work to get that. You know what I mean? And a relationship is organic. It's always changing. People's wants, people's needs, people's desires, that shit changes. You have to adapt, to that change. And I think a lot of times, especially these days, where somebody else is a swipe away, right? You don't have to put in that type of work like our grandparents had to put in.
Facts.
And kind of some of those toxic traits, like you talked about. Think about how many people's grandparents slept in separate rooms. They stayed together because they wasn't gonna get divorced, but they probably couldn't stand each other.
And they couldn't, and they needed help with them kids too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, before welfare and child support and WIC and food stamps and shit, these ladies wasn't going out leaving their nigga that was in the army providing for them and sending them checks home every month because they ain't had that. You know what I mean? Like that shit came on later in life to fuck up the black family. Now, and that's probably where this girl gets this mentality to feel like she needs or she deserves a certain type of person because she's been low key systematically oppressed, and she feels like that she deserves this and that because she can wait around for it. You know what I mean? She can survive on her own without a nigga. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Real talk.
that's a part of it too. You know what I mean? So back in the day, she probably, if she grew up back in the day, she probably would have found her a little Ernie to carry her books and grow up with, and build life with. One of them old school names, a little John Henry or something to help her out. But,
Reginald.
Right, or Reginald.
I was talking to my shorty the other day about the times have changed and just the housing market and everything. Like our parents was buying houses when houses were like $20,000.
I think Mark Granny got their house for like $30,000.
You know what I'm saying? So
or less.
People, they talk about how they grew up watching their parents and their grandparents, you know what I'm saying, make something out of nothing, but the times have changed and a lot of people ain't making something out of nothing money, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, the cost of food has increased, the taxes, and, there's different utilities now and everything like that. So, you gotta really find somebody that's real secure within their relationship to where they're okay with things might not work out on one side. Are you gonna be there to pick up the slack if I need you? You know what I'm saying? Like, people also need to take that in consideration when they meeting people. Are you really willing to be with somebody that may not have what you wanted in the beginning? Some people fall off. Some people lose their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a strong person to go through those situations with somebody and still keep the love alive, keep the love strong. People can easily get sidetracked off of situations that bring a damper into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Kids, have you got to know these people's families before you jumped into a relationship? All that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't take the time to really just dig deep and figure out your morals align with my morals, to your way of living align with my way of living. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn a lot about somebody when you want to live together. You learn a lot about somebody when you're around their family, you're around their friends. I mean, just knowing somebody through text messages ain't gonna get it. Being in somebody's DM and watching their pictures and seeing how fly they are, I mean, that's all surface level shit. Like,
that's facts. And then the next level is just living with that person, and then you really know if you really want to fuck with them, because niggas be nasty. Like, did this nigga bathe? You know what I'm saying? Do this nigga do this? Like, I don't really like how she put her eyelashes on. You know what I'm saying? That shit, every time I wake up, that shit hanging off. I didn't even know these shits was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be all types of shit. You know what I mean? Like she done got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Feel like she can wear the granny panties now. She was wearing thongs in the beginning. You know, breath stinking. Wake up in the morning, breath stinking. Do you want to smell her breath every day? You know what I mean? Like shit, it's a whole different type of like. Is she really as clean as you think she is? Like she let these dishes sit here all week. You could have put them in the dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? Like anything. Like you ain't even got to do it by hand no more. And they still sitting here. Like it's just certain shit that, you know, it's certain levels. Like people jump into relationships with people and have these kids with them, and then the relationships fail because they don't never really know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. Because having a kid does not mean that person is gonna stay with you for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, and that's a whole other conversation. You know, using kids as leverage, and like I said, that's a whole nother stream. But like, because like I said, that could be a conversation where when you speak from a man's point of view, you know, it could come off as being, you know, misunderstood because that's something that a lot of women go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the art of a relationship is intricate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be a special person to even want to get to know somebody on a level of no limits. You know what I'm saying? Like this. People, they stop at a certain level when they're dealing with somebody because they don't want to really get so deep to where they know what a person is about to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's I don't know, but man, Shorty in this video, man, find love.
Hope she find love. She will. She can find an average nigga. Or just anybody in general, and you know, she can find somebody. She not a bad looking girl, you know what I mean?
No. Or just don't set your targets, man. You know what I mean? You always find the best things when you're not looking for.
Right. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like when you just sitting back, you living life, you're open minded, you know what I mean? People come, you know, not just, you know, just people, but just opportunities. Whenever you're not looking for something, if it's meant for you, it's gonna be for you.
Straight up.
Real talk. Real talk.
Straight up, bro.
Man, y'all, good talk, man. Good talk.
Tracy said if her car dirty, she dirty.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's what my daddy said.
Hey, I heard that. Bruh, that's why I be trying to keep my shoes clean. My granddad used to be like, look, when a girl see you, the first thing they look at is your head and your feet. Make sure your shoes clean. Even if your shoes old, man, make sure them shits is clean. He used to make me wash my shoes every week. Like, nigga, go wash your shoestrings. Like, even with the little paint for the white shoes, used to be paint. Like, go paint your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Go polish your shoes. I'm like, man, this shit look like chalk now.
Your shit looking like cake.
Caked on chalk. Like, that's the first thing they look at. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about my thing personally is the bathroom. If I come into a girl bathroom and that shit dirty, then it's a whole nother. Then I feel like you dirty if your bathroom dirty. If your bathroom and your kitchen dirty, then I just feel like you dirty.
I feel like as a female, if you can keep a white comforter and white sheets clean, you clean.
Nah, they gonna clean them before you come over anyway.
I mean, but if there's just already white, nigga, them shit's pearly.
True.
You gotta look at the back part of the toilet.
The bottom on around the edge of the bottom.
Around the edge, yeah. That'll tell you the truth.
Straight up.
Especially if she living by herself. If she ain't got no roommates or nothing, she just live by herself and she got a dirty crib. I don't know.
Straight up. If it's piss behind the toilet, that means she got a nigga there.
Facts. And if the channel, if the TV on HDMI 1, when you turn it on, that nigga bought his PlayStation. Like, what the fuck you doing on HDMI 1? But yeah, facts. That's how you know. That's how I feel like be dirty. Yeah, but I have I ever dealt with a chick with a dirty crib? They probably clean up before I come. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never
That's
really
why I said
messed.
you got to pay attention to the little things. That lets you know if she just wiped up before you came over. You know what I mean? You gotta like, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never really fucking no dirty joints. I can usually, and if I have, it's usually on the night tip where I ain't even like looking for nothing. Like I came here for one thing only,
In
type
and out.
situation. We in and out. You don't even gotta cut the lights on. I can feel my way to the bedroom. Just leave the door unlocked.
Right, she don't even cut the light on for you. She just got you by your head and just lead the way.
Hey, I used to do that to my grenades house. You know, my grenades house is an obstacle course, nigga. That shit got kerosene heaters, tables, chairs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, just grab the back of my shirt. I'm gonna use my phone light if you really need it. But I'm gonna just all you gotta do. Matter of fact, just grab me tight like this and just walk behind me step by step. I'm gonna take you right where we need to be. That's throwback times, but yeah. But yeah, it's been lit, man. It's definitely been a good conversation. We should just definitely do this again next week. I'm sure there's something that we can touch on as always. Oh, that video I posted on Facebook with the dude letting his dog eat out of the eat his food with him. What's his name? The football nigga.
I don't know, but I seen.
Oh no, hold on, I'm about to go to your shit. I ain't see that shit. Hold on.
You know, and you know who it is too. I'm just having a brain fart. Oh, Brendan up in here. Brendan said she did look average at best though. I mean, I feel you though. Like that wouldn't be something I would be going for personally. But I've seen niggas with worse. You know what I mean? Who got bread and do their thing and power couples and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she's not. She's still a queen.
For sure.
She's still
I
a
mean,
queen.
her body wasn't a 5, so like I said, man, most niggas will go to that for the body.
Right.
She at Waffle House on a Friday night after the club, and her body looking right. She might, a nigga, a dope boy that's making 6 figures might pull up on her.
Facts.
That's really
But
probably.
that's probably what she
really
don't. But that's what she don't want. But she do want. Like she gonna have to settle for. If she want a nigga making 6 figures, she better go get her a dope boy.
Real talk.
But 6 figures is not unobtainable in 2020. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
really not. And I was just thinking that I just didn't want to like disqualify. I'm thinking like I'm knocking on that door myself. Like it ain't like.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
if I get this interview, if I pass this interview next week or the week after next thing, I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm
They see
saying?
this podcast, they're gonna be like, "Hell, please, let's talk about this real
You
quick."
know what I'm saying? But it ain't. It's not a. It's a different time. 6 figures ain't even nothing. You know what I mean? For real. If it's 100,000 now, if you talking 500,000, then we getting up there. Big boy talk. You know what I'm saying? Brittany said they tell us to shoot for the stars. I feel you. But look, you gotta be realist. You gotta be realistic.
That's for European households.
Oh, she said maybe that's what she's doing, shooting for the stars. Okay.
Hey
She about to
man.
miss.
Hey man, get what you want, bro. Go for what you want, bro. But like I said, don't be mad at yourself when you 45 and you still out here looking for that prize. You gonna have to go to the bingo hall and grab you something.
Oh yeah, that was Terry Bradshaw eating with his dog.
That nigga sound like that sounds like some shit he'd do.
I was looking at the video just now, just like got his dog eating out the bowl with him, talking about he's bonding with the dog. Like, man, go ahead.
And he eating it too?
Yeah, they eating it together.
Man, get the fuck out of here, boy. Wrap this shit up.
Yeah, wrap it up, man. Yeah, that's a whole.
Make sure y'all tune in next week. We're gonna do this again, man. We might have a special guest for y'all, you know what I'm saying? We might send a link out. We should have had Cece on here putting in her input because it's always good to have a female perspective. Especially someone who's charismatic and has personality and shit like that. So 3 niggas, we definitely gave our opinion. If you missed what we talked about or what we were saying, this video will probably upload in the next few hours. You can go back, leave a comment, tell us what y'all think. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, all that good stuff. And maybe we'll have a good topic next week for y'all.
Facts.
So I guess we can go ahead and head out. Y'all got anything else to say?
Y'all niggas get on the game.
Probably.
All right.
Probably. I'm about to check this GameStop card, see if I can get this Madden. But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. NFL game.